How can you determine the difference between somebody love bombing you and somebody that genuinely likes who you are and wants to be with you?
Oh, dude. I've got some really firm opinions on this, but I want to hear about your experiences. Tell me about them.
Okay. So I was dating this guy for a little over a month and a half, and he lived an hour and 45 minutes away from me, so we just kind of saw each other on the weekends. The biggest thing is we had like 6 dates total. Nothing romantic, intimate happened until kind of towards the very end. But it just felt like I was being overwhelmed with when we were in public. He would hold my hand, kiss me a lot of affection. And then we kind of just got really deep, really fast in getting to know each other. Of course, I played my part. I felt comfortable enough to tell him things that I honestly didn't tell people that I had been with for months or even years. But then it got to a point where it was kind of like everyday reassurance of, you're basically the best thing that's happened to me. You fill my cup up. My cup is overflown. It felt just like way too much. And then by date 4, he told me that he thinks he's falling for me. Would like to kind of move steps forward and be in a relationship, be together, and meet my family. And it all felt very, very fast.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So are you still with this dude?
No.
Okay, so tell me
but
about...
now I have the opinion that it's like,
well, hold on.
Is everybody doing this?
I could tell you. Well, you can answer this with one answer, or you can answer my question with one answer, and it will let me know which direction to take. What happened when it fell off a cliff?
I had a FaceTime conversation with him and told, like, what specifically happened?
Yeah, I want to know about either you put a stop to it or he got what he wanted. And I'm not even talking about sexually. I'm just talking about, like, he felt fulfilled and got what he needed from you, either emotionally, physically, or both. And then it was like, bye, Felicia. Or you said, like, whoa, enough. And then he just, with the same intensity that he loved you with, he cut you off.
So I actually ended it.
Okay.
And to me, it was just too many days in a row of the same. There were not like extravagant gifts or anything, but him just telling me how perfect I am, not perfect in a sense, but I'm perfect for him. And he's seeing a different side of himself that he's never seen before. And he's telling his family, and his family's confused because they've never seen this side of him. And it just felt like a lot of pressure on me to keep that up. But also, I don't know if you're just like a robot and fake, because I didn't see a bad day from him. He was just always overjoyed.
Well, y'all weren't by each other. This is all an imagination.
True.
He's right.
True.
He's imagining this.
Right.
How did he respond to you? Did you break up with him, or did you just say, hey, let's slow it down a little bit?
Well, I tried to let's slow it down, but as we kept, it was like a 2-hour conversation. As we kept talking, I was just like, yeah, no, this is too much. We just don't need to go any further.
So does he still reach out to you and tell you that you're the wind beneath his wings?
Nope.
No.
No, he's cut me off.
Yeah.
Like he said, once I say that it's over, he's like, my cutoff game is strong and you won't hear from me.
Oh gosh.
Like, that's okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I guess here's how I classify love bombs: is that somebody is using somebody to feel good about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that's sexually, whether that's emotionally, whether that's buying gifts, whether that's like what you were mentioning, like, I just need you to know you're the most perfect person. It's somebody trying to get somebody externally to make them feel better internally.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets out of control, and it's just like a drug, but it's like a quick burn rate drug. So they say, like, man, they hold your hand and it feels good. And it's like, I got to put my head on your shoulder. And you're like, we just met. And then at the end of the night, they're giving you a kiss. And like, oh my gosh. And then like 5 minutes when you get in your car, they text you like, that was the most fun I've had in a long time. I've already texted my friends about it. And the next date, it's just, they're snorting you off a counter, right? And they need more and more and more and more. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And good for you for within date 5 or 6 being like, whoa, you're an addict. You don't see me. You're using me to try to feel better about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That's definitely how it felt.
yes. So here's what I would tell you. Trust your intuition. Now, let's say I'm 100% wrong. And you just met a guy who's just a regular old dude and he fell for you hard. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You feeling uncomfortable is still right. Because your feelings are your feelings, especially when it comes to a romantic interest. So even if he's the best guy of all time, he just fell for you hard.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you have to reciprocate that.
Yeah.
So either way, what you felt in that moment, go with it.
Yeah.
And I love that you were like, hey, because let's be honest, you said you did your part too. You liked hanging out with him, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I played my part. I felt comfortable around him. I was telling him things, and yeah, then it just got overwhelming and too much for me.
And so the fact that you said, hey, we got to take 30% off, let's dial it down a little bit. In that conversation, he couldn't hear it, wouldn't be like, hey, I'm not telling you these things because you want to hear them. I'm telling you these things because I want to say them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said, hey, you saying this all the time is a lot for me to carry right now, 6 dates into meeting you, he said, my cutoff game is strong. You totally affirmed your feelings. That what he was doing was for him, not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it absolutely
Go with your
does.
gut. And here's the deal. If your gut is repeatedly wrong, ask one of your friends to level with you.
Yeah.
Okay? One of the most important conversations of my life was a couple years into dating the person who's now my wife. We got into it, and I asked a buddy, like, can you believe she said that? And he was like, yes, you're the worst. And he laid it out for me. And I'm so glad he did, because I didn't know that side of me. I didn't experience that side of me like he did. Like my wife, like she was my girlfriend at the time, like she was experiencing it. And that was really important feedback.
Yeah.
And so I walked around feeling self-righteous for a minute, but I was way wrong. And so having a friend is always great, but man, you are right on right now. And I think your signal is, hey, when I sit down and say, hey, the way you are trying to love me or tell me that you have feelings for me, if I tell you that is not feeling as good or as safe as you think it does, if you don't immediately go, oh, dude, okay, sorry, I'll dial it back. And instead says, no, this is how this is going to go, dude, you're right on. That means you're being used as a Xanax for somebody else.
Yeah.
Or cocaine for somebody else. One of those two. An upper or a downer, either way, right? But good for you for figuring that out, date 6.
Thank you. I don't normally listen to my gut, so this was a big moment for me, and I
Do you have some knuckleheads in your past?
Absolutely.
Well, good.
Oh, absolutely.
This is Nicole 2.0. This is awesome. Good for you. And can we be honest about one thing before we hang up?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer, huh? Because those were good conversations, weren't they?
They were. I did feel safe. For a little bit, it felt nice to get things off my chest to somebody other than, the few people in my life that know what I've been through. So,
So make sure you grieve the entirety of this. Both the, it's got crazy, and the, man, in my next relationship, I'm going to be able to talk to somebody with that. I like having deep conversations where somebody can hold space for my feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good thing you took away from this thing also, right?
Absolutely. No, there were some great things I took away from it.
Perfect.
Yeah, just wanted to figure out how to decipher between, or if I was crazy for cutting it off.
Nope. You are, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think you're right on, sister. Good for you. And again, let's pretend he was still wonderful and great and the best of all time. If that's not how you feel safe and you feel loved, you're still right to cut it off. You're right to want to be with who you want to be with. So good for you either way. But yes, I share your sentiment that, whoa.